Peace and blessings, family. Welcome back to another episode of Learn with Shavern. All right, don't mind me because I just came inside and I'm still kind of warming up from cold. And I live in Florida, so don't judge me when it comes to our version of cold. It does get cold in Florida, y'all. It can drop down to the 40s and stuff if you guys don't know. It gets cold down here. All right, so I kind of want to put my fellas on blast a little bit. Because, in my lifetime, I've come across a lot of guys who are very judgmental about females and their hair pieces and when females get weaves and stuff like that. Y'all out here doing it too, though. So I want to give shout outs to this young man named Wade Menendez, aka Wade the Barber. This gentleman has been a barber for over 13 years. I will share the link below about his story. It's actually a pretty cool story. And I always love seeing our melanated people shine, guys. I love it. I love it. I love it. Just like I love y'all. Even if I don't know y'all, I love y'all. And if you ain't hear it today, I love you. Okay? For real. So Wade Menendez was a barber for, he's been a barber for 13 years. And he's making hair pieces for men. Right, so for fellas out there who got little patches or bald spots or whatever the case may be, he's hooking y'all up. Not only is this trending, but when he decided to start making hair units for men, within his first year, he made over $400,000. What I keep telling you guys in all of my videos, find your passion. Find what you're good at. If you're already doing what you're good at, capitalize off of it more than what you currently are. Right? Because this is all a part of loving yourself. Today's talk is going to be about how God is all around you. God is with you every day, all day. God is with this young man, Wade. God is with you too. Right? There's nothing that makes you and I different. That makes you and I and Wade different, right? Nothing. It's just a matter of drive. Do you have the drive to capitalize off of your passion? Are you following your passion? Are you following your heart's truest desires? Because God wants the best for you. It's up to you to recognize that you want the best for you too, right? So even when you're in times of need, always call upon the strength of your God, whoever you're worshiping to. You guys know that, and you've heard me say this in my previous videos, right? I personally do not believe there's one correct religion. Okay, I feel that there's a lot of lessons from all of them. So whomever you are praying to, that is your God. Right? That is whom is working for you, right? Your ascended masters, your guardian angels, whatever you want to call them, the spirit entities, the energies that in your human form make sure that you straight every day. That's who you pray to. Call upon them. Okay, don't be tricked by the illusion of the human eye or what you don't see, because a lot of things be working in the background. When you read in the Christian Bible about Jesus performing miracles, right? Not all of these miracles were things that could be seen, but God knows the ignorance of the human mind and the folly in which we choose to participate. So what did God allow Jesus to do? To heal men with leprosy, right? Because some people need to see to believe, but you got to believe first before you actually see. True? All right. So, Wade Menendez out here hooking up brothers with hair pieces, getting their edges extra straight, extra crispy and stuff. So I see you out here, Wade Menendez, aka Wade the Barber. Much shout outs to you. I love to see my melanated brothers is out here doing something productive. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because we don't see enough of those type of images in the media. We don't hear enough of these type of highlights on social media. And unfortunately, when we do see people like this, we see them balling out. We see them on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, and we see them on they jet skis and stuff like that. But you don't understand, or we don't see the hard work that they put in. We don't hear about their story, because all of us have a story, right? No matter how insignificant you feel, you have a story, and best believe that your story can maybe one day help somebody else. You're not the only one like you or going through what you go through, right? You never know how your information can assist others on their journey. Maybe there's certain things that they can do and live vicariously through you with that. So understand that whenever you're feeling down or when you're feeling good, you must always rely on God. You must not only rely on God when you're feeling good or when you're only feeling bad, right? Because God is always with you. So why only be with God when only one thing is happening to you? Is that truly fair? Right? Evaluate your relationships. If that's how you are with God, Is that how your relationships are with other people? Something to think about, our observation of self. How is your relationship with God? How is your relationship with self? How is your relationship with water? Right? And I know I've mentioned like other episodes about the relationship with water and how important it is. Okay, follow the cycles of your body, right? So if your energy level is low, don't do too much. Maybe your water in your body needs to be refreshed to bring you more energy, right? But understand that everything that you do, God is with you, right? Even during your times of struggle. A perfect example of always hold on to the story about like God never leaving your side, right? Look at Tyler Perry. If anybody's familiar with his story, Tyler Perry was homeless before he became the big phenomenon he is, right? With writing all his playwrights. He was rejected by tons of people for his plays. Tons, like hundreds of people rejected him. But God never left his side, and neither did he. He never left God's side. Because if you watch a lot of his interviews, his videos, he says that like he constantly prayed. He always made sure that he kept that connection with the divine, right? A lot of you guys are lost out here because you've lost your connection with the divine. You have to find that relationship. If you have already found it, maybe you are not recognizing and utilizing it to your highest potential. How do you do that? Sit in meditation and prayer. Okay, the best answers are found in you. There's nothing that I could tell you that you don't already know. Okay, it's just a matter of you being able to allow yourself to recognize it. Hey self, am I ready for this type of information? Yeah, we ready for this? All right, cool. Let's go ahead and learn what it is that we need to learn to excel ourselves, right? And if we have no direction, this is where God comes into play. God, show me a sign. If you guys watch that, if you've ever read the story about Samson and Delilah, right? We know Samson wasn't necessarily the most intellectual of energetic beings that's noted in the Bible, right? But one thing he always did, whenever he came down to times of turmoil, he always relied on God, right? And at the same time, when things were not tumultuous for him, he was an obedient servant to God. He was like, God, show me a sign. You know what happened? He asked God to show him a sign, and God sent a lion for him in the wilderness. So be careful when y'all want to see, right? Whatever I'm telling y'all, like some people need to see to believe. Be careful when you ask God for signs to see, because God will surely have you be the Samson and send the lion your way to be like, yeah, I'm with you still. You thought I was gone, but I'm still with you. I'm always with you because I love you, right? I want the best for you. And that's it at the end of the day. The same way that God wants the best for you, you have to want it for yourself too. It can't be a one-sided relationship. I think like 4 videos ago, or maybe 5 videos ago, I mentioned like, when should you date, right? Eliminate the parameters of just dating in a relationship, like being in a romantic relationship. Expand those parameters to think like, okay, where do I currently stand in all of my relationships? Right? Whether it be business relationships, family, etc. Where do I stand in all of my relationships? How do I treat those relationships? Do I treat these relationships the way that God would treat these relationships, with divine blessings and love and a lot of, focus and energy on it? Or do I neglect it? Do I shy away from it? Am I consumed in my own things? Like, there's a lot of different questions one can ask themselves in terms of where they are with their relationships. And if there's areas that you recognize in your relationships that may need mending or improving, or maybe some forgiving, or maybe all of the above, then you work on that, because it's a process. And in order to repair yourself, there's some things outside of self that too maybe that need repairing, right? In the process of repairing your 4 selves, right, your mental, physical, financial, and spiritual selves, if any one of your 4 selves are off and you're in the process of repairing them, that's okay. That is okay, right? It's okay to feel a little bit lost sometimes, but it's never okay to forget that God is never with you, right? God is always with you. You don't ever want to think like God is never with you, even when you're down, because God is with you whether you up or down. God's presence is always there. And I don't want to come off sounding like a preacher or a sermon, but like, it's really important, because I think people forget the presence of God is always with them. Right? We don't see it every day, so it's easy to be like out of sight, out of mind. But it's really important that y'all remember that. So peace and blessings, family. I want to thank you guys so much for liking, sharing, subscribing. I am going to share the link below about Wade, aka Wade Menendez, aka Wade the Barber, about the hair units. If you guys want to hear more about that, or fellas, you out here balding a little bit, you want to know a little bit more about that too, I'm definitely going to share that for you guys. I hope you guys have a positive, powerful, and productive day.